Hey, what's going on, Aquarius? Thank you for tuning in to Impressive Divinity 888. You already know I'm here to bring you your weekly guided motivational message. It's going to get you through the week. All right, so with that being said, let's dive right into your message. All right, so Aquarius, do keep in mind that this message, like I said, is intended for the Aquarius Collective. But if you feel like the title resonates with you, or even some of the message resonate with you, be sure to take the ones that resonate the most and leave the rest for those Aquarius. All right? All right. So without further ado, let's jump right into your reading. Actually, before we jump into your reading, let's take a look at your quote of the day. All right. And your quote of the day, we're actually going to flip it on because we had this quote for the Capricorns. But you know what? Just because it's here, we're going to read it. So you actually get two quotes of the day. All right. But the first quote is: You have within you right now everything you need to deal with whatever the world can throw at you. And this was written by Brian Tracy. All right, so right now, Aquarius, you have everything in you that you need to deal with whatever the world throws at you. All right, so that pretty much means that you don't have to seek validation from other people in order to get where you're trying to go. It's just so you might just have to sit with yourself for a bit, figure it out, and you're gonna get there. All right. So your quote of the day is: No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. And this was written by Aesop. All right. So no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. So don't ever feel like because you did something for somebody and maybe you didn't get something in return, or maybe somebody did something for you and you didn't do anything in return, never feel like you owe somebody something, or never feel like that good deed was wasted. All right, because it wasn't. Just because somebody didn't recognize or show any type of recognition today doesn't mean that they won't show recognition tomorrow. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and be sure to keep that quote in mind as you do progress to the rest of the day, the week, the month, the year, rest of your life. All right, no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. All right, but let's go ahead and jump into your reading and let's see what your overall energy is. We get some overall energy for the Aquarius Collective, and let's see what they're working on. All right, you got journalist that came out first here, chronicler of stories, reporting, interview, inquiry, as well as promotion. All right. So I could be speaking to an Aquarius that isn't a journalist. I could be speaking to an Aquarius that is thinking about being a journalist, or someone that's just great at storytelling, reporting, even interviewing. At the same time, you could be a journalist, you can be a podcaster, all right, or you could just be somebody that's out here working. All right. And maybe you're due for a promotion, or maybe you just got a promotion. All right, but let's dig a little deeper and let's see what else we need to know about this journalist card. What else does Aquarius need to know about this journalist? You got courier and you also have painter, okay? So for courier, you got messenger of connections, delivery, information transmission, and then gifts. And for painter, you have depict, supplement, abstraction, form, and then sensation. All right, so I feel like this has something to do with your career in some form or fashion. Only because you got journalists and then you got couriers. Couriers are all about, delivering some type of message. So maybe there's some type of message about you painting a particular picture, or some type of message about you researching something. Researcher here on the bottom of the deck: explorer of truth, exploration, study, rigor, an experiment. I don't know. So maybe you are about to do some type of experiment that could do with painting a different picture, or telling stories, interviewing people. Like I said, podcasting. Maybe you're about to get a promotion. Maybe you're about to move to a different city or state. I don't know. You got creator. All right. So weaver of imagination, creativity, innovation, invention, as well as realization. So maybe you're coming to the realization that you are actually somebody that's gifted in painting, or you're gifted at painting pictures. You're gifted at telling stories. How can I say it? So you ever talk to somebody and they were able to paint you a picture of a story just by talking to you? It's like everything they say, you can like visually picture it, and you know what I mean? Maybe that's you. And maybe that's something you didn't know that you had, or maybe that's a hidden talent of yours that you don't even know about. All right. Gambler, yes. So I feel like it's telling you to take a risk when it comes to whatever this new creative endeavor of yours is. I'm not sure which way it is, but I know it's the right word. No, but yeah, maybe I don't know. You could have come to some type of realization when it comes to that. All right, or maybe you're just coming into realization of who you are and what you want to do, or maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're trying to figure out exactly who you are and what you want to do. All right, but I kind of get the facts that, or shall I say, I kind of get the vibes that, you're a people person. You're great with your words. You're great with communication. You're great at giving messages. You're great at painting pictures. And you're also great at creating things. All right. So I feel like, one second, guys. All right, guys, sorry about that. All right, so I'm not 100% sure where I left off, but I know we were talking about you taking risk. All right, so let's dive a little deeper and let's see what you need to know about this journalist here. All right, did the card flip? It did. I didn't see it. All right, so you got home. All right, so with this, it's comfort, familiarity. I can never say that word. Security, belonging, as well as personal space. All right, so maybe it's something that has to do with something that you do in the comfort of your own home. Can we get something here with courier as well as home? All right, you got the sky. So the sky is the limit. So maybe that's the message that you need to hear. That's the message that you're going to hear is that the sky is the limit. All right. So I feel like whatever gift you have or whatever it is you're working towards, all right, for you not to give up because the sky's the limit. All right, but let's go ahead and get something else here with painter as well as the sky. What is that there? You got forest. All right. So with forest, you have dense canopy, nature sanctuary, forest floor. So maybe you're being asked to paint a picture or to have some type of outlook of, I don't want to say a forest, but something dense or something that has to do with nature. I mean, look at this picture. Let's just put these up. So you have the painter. Look at this beautiful green. It looks green. Yeah, look at this beautiful green right here. All right. And then you have forest. This forest isn't as green, but you do see the light that's shining through. All right. So maybe it has something to do with shining your light or something to do with whatever whatever picture you paint or whatever creative endeavor. I'm trying to think of the right word, but whatever it is, I feel like it has something to do with nature or that it has something to do with the way that you create it. All right. So let's say maybe I don't know, maybe you're better at creating things outdoors. Or let's just say you're a painter. We'll use this as an example. Let's just say you're a painter and maybe you've been a painter that's been painting portraits of people. But maybe it's time for you to step outside the box and maybe go outside and try to paint a picture of nature exactly how you see it. You know what I mean? It's like you have to be your own creator. You have to be the weaver of your own imagination. All right. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's you using your imagination to an extent, or you taking that risk to use your imagination to do something different. Bottom of the tech here, you got temple, spiritual practices, meditation, and reflection, as well as spiritual guidance. So maybe you're being guided on this path, or you're being guided in this direction. I mean, all your signs are here, but I feel like there's something you're being guided towards or something you're being guided from. All right. You got Mystic Haven, enchantment, esoteric, magic, intrigue, hidden wisdom. So that's what it is. I don't know. I think that you're coming to realization that there is something hidden that you may not know, or I don't know, there's somebody's coming to some type of realization that something's hidden. Or maybe it's the fact that you're just going to go against all odds and you're just going to take the risk and you're going to create something, or you're going to, like I said, you're going to get that promotion, you're going to get that journalist job, you're going to continue to podcast. I don't know what it is, but there's some type of hidden wisdom that maybe you realize this hidden wisdom, or maybe you're going to realize this hidden wisdom once you take this risk, because maybe there's a risk you're not taking or one that you were, I don't know, back and forth about taking. But I feel like once you take this risk, I think that's when that hidden wisdom is going to show. Bottom of the deck here, you got jail. All right, incarceration, prison, justice, and punishment. Now, I look at this card a few different ways. You could look at it as, maybe this is how you feel right now, or this is how you felt recently. But I do remember watching this show, and pretty much she said jail stood for just another inmate lying. All right. So maybe it has to do with somebody lying. All right. Or maybe it has to do with you not being honest with yourself. You know, you maybe telling yourself, well, maybe I'm not good enough to take this risk, or maybe I'm not good enough to get this promotion, or maybe I'm not good enough to tell this story, or maybe I'm not good enough to be this creator. You know, whatever the case is, I feel as if, there's something that you may not be being 100% honest about yourself, about the situation. All right. But let's go ahead and get you a motivational message here that's pretty much going to sum up your reading. All right. And let's just make sure we're on the right track. But I feel like Aquarius, I just think it has something to do with your career. It has something to do with your motion. And I think that it just has a lot to do with you taking risk and believing in yourself. All right. Not feeling like anything that you do is a waste, or not feeling like anything that you do isn't reciprocated. All right. Just do things because you want to do these things. All right. Align yourself with the things that make you feel the most comfortable. All right. Your motivational message flew out here. All right. And your motivational message for the day is where you are right now is where you are supposed to be. Don't compare yourself to others. That only adds pressure. Take each day as it comes and for what it is. You are a better person than you were yesterday. Growth isn't easy, but you've got this. And you know that. You know that you're not the same person that you were yesterday, no matter if you feel like you're elevated or not. All right. Something about you, something about your thoughts, something about the way you look at the world around you is different than it was yesterday. All right. And if it's not yesterday, then let's just say last year. All right. But where you are at right now, that's where you're supposed to be. And maybe that's being in your creative zone. All right. I mean, all this has to do with creation or elevation. All right. Reporting, getting messages, understanding that, no matter what challenges you face, the sky is the limit. Anything is really possible. All right. But it's like, to be honest, it's all up to you to realize that. All right. Bottom of the deck here, you got if your mindset is fixed, try to free yourself from that and rise above it. Don't place limitations on what you think you can achieve. Don't stand in your own way. Allow yourself to flourish in all ways and welcome abundance in all forms into your life. All right. So if you do have a fixed mindset, try to free yourself. And that could be a big thing. Maybe your mindset has just been fixed for whatever reason. Everybody's different. Everybody has been through things, and at the end of the day, everybody has the reasonings of why they feel how they feel. All right. But if your mindset is fixed at this moment, definitely try to free yourself. All right. Don't place limitations on yourself. Don't get into that mindset saying, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that because of this, because of that. No, I grew up on this saying, can't do, because can't don't want to do. And that is so true. All right. You can't, if you don't want to do something, you're not going to do it. If you do want to do something, you're going to figure out a way to get it done. Right. Right. So I kind of feel like that's what you're being told is to, you know, go out here and do what you want to do, no matter what. All right. You want the promotion, go out here and get it. Put the work in to get it. All right. You want to up your podcast, create a podcast, find out the steps that you need to do to get it done, but at least start it. All right. You're in a brand new year, which means it's time for brand new things. All right. All right. All right, Aquarius. So that is your motivational reading for the week. If you are feeling the vibes, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button to always be notified of those future episodes. Also, be sure to tune back in here with me next week to get your weekly dose of motivation. In the meantime, in between time, I need you to focus on you, your craft, your presence, and your future. All right. Because it's okay to build blocks for your future, but at the same time, it's just important to learn to live in the moment. All right. And maybe that's where, things could get a bit jalopy, because if you're not living in the moment, then it's like, how can you honestly be okay with what's going on? Or how could you honestly build a bridge or build some type of foundation for your future? All right. All right. But be sure to have an awesome day, and I will be sure to motivate you later.